Yeah, obviously a tough loss. I thought, with that in the first half, being down 13-0, the way that we, kind of came back in that 2-minute drill, scored, and then we were able to score right away, coming out of the second half. It was awesome to see our offense, do that, to be able to just double them up right there in the middle late. It was great. And then, just, the last turnover, definitely, on me. I was just trying to throw it away. I think it might have deflected off a helmet. Once I saw I was going to be hot to my left, I just tried to throw it away. And so I think it deflected off of somebody's helmet. But, at the end of the day, I got to protect the football in that situation and can't give them a short field to put the game away like that. But also, want to give credit to those guys, Tampa Bay. They're a tough team. I mean, every single game they're in, I feel like they fight till the very end. So you got to give them a lot of credit.
Sam, does this feel like you guys you had one in your grasp and you let it get away?
For sure. Yeah. I think, being up late the way that we were, the way our offense was rolling too, and, the confidence I have in our offense in 2-minute situations, even with them tying it, at the end there, I felt like we could go down and, put Jason Myers in a position to be able to win the game there. So that was disappointing for sure. But at the end of the day, that's football, and we're going to look at it. We're going to look at the tape, grow from it, and just continue to get better.
Sam, outside of the late mistake, do you feel like that was as complete a performance as you guys have had offensively this season?
I don't know. I got to look at it. It was, I think the first half could have been a lot better. Obviously, the second half we were rolling pretty good, put some good drives together. But again, that first half, to not score until the 2-minute drive, we got to be better there.
A.J. Barner's got 4 touchdowns now, 3 in the last 2 games. What makes him a good red zone weapon for you?
Yeah, AJ is just a good player. I think flat out he's a really good player. We just got to continue to, for me, I'm just going to continue to go through my progressions and, the ball's going to find, whoever the progression, tells me to go to.
No, they had no sacks today in this game on you, and offensive line seemed like they were really in control. And everybody knows Todd Bowles likes to bring a lot of extra pressure. So how did you feel about the way that those guys were able to make it that you had extended time back there to be able to make plays and get some of those downfield shots? Yeah,
for sure. I think, the times that they did pressure, I felt like our offensive line, tight ends, running backs did a really good job picking it up. I guess that's why I'm, so disappointed in the last play because, I saw that look during practice a couple times. Had an opportunity to do something else with the protection. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's football. But, I always give a lot of credit to, whenever we go against Tampa, Coach Bowles and his staff and the players on defense, man, they do a really good job of making their scheme kind of come to life with all the pressures and the coverages they play behind it.
In terms of doing something different there in the final play, you're saying it's not necessarily about what happened post-snap. You're saying that you could have done something different pre-snap?
Yeah. Felt like I could have, changed the protection and just, been aware of if they're, bringing it to the other side. I had a good answer to that side, and I think Torrey was open as well on the right side. So I just got to be a lot better there pre-snap and, leave it at that.
Can you take us through Torrey's touchdown?
Yeah, fourth and short, I think. Just, love the aggression there by, Coach Mike, and obviously Clint. Just going through my progression and kind of late in the down, just scrambling. Torrey ended up being wide open, and I was trying not to throw him out of bounds, trying to put it on his back shoulder a little bit so he can turn up and get in the end zone.
Was the protection in the play you went with on the last snap?
Yep.
Was that one of the protections you had practiced during the week?
Yes.
And you had alternatives, you just said?
Yeah. No, I feel like that was a bad quarterback play on that last snap.
What's this kind of key for you guys to put this one behind me and bounce back?
Yeah, I think we gotta look at the tape, grow, get better. I mean, it's the same thing I would say after a win. We just gotta continue to look at ourselves in the mirror and see how we can grow, get better, how our process can be a little bit better throughout the week, and move on and get ready for Jacksonville.
I think between this Arizona and the Niners, you've had 3 game-winning or game potential winning opportunities. Just looking at all those 3, is there anything that just stands out to you?
No, I think like I said, after the Arizona game, I think we practice it so much. So I think with all that practice, you have all the reps and you have all the different looks, especially going against Coach Mike's defense throughout camp, through OTAs. He's going to give us so many looks in 2 minutes. So we're ready for everything. And, just like I said, got to be better than that last drive.
Anything else?
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.